What's up, guys? Well, I am doing this post fight as the fight has just ended. Fight is still on. Dillian Whyte has just stood up and they've just put the towel around his neck. Um, wow, man. I am disappointed. This is tough for me to watch, and not because I'm a Dillian Whyte fan, not because I picked Dillian Whyte. It's actually the opposite, guys. I did not do a pre-fight for this video, but I did place money tonight. I had money on Povetkin, but unfortunately, I put it in a parlay with Persoon. Small money. You know, uh, I felt that Dillian Whyte, man. You know, um, Dillian Whyte, he kept playing with fire, man. He kept playing with fire. Um, he was taking all these tough fights. Um, he was winning. He was winning. They're showing the replay now, slow motion. What a beautiful uppercut! Here it is. Boom! Oh my goodness! Same similar uppercut, except it was a left uppercut that like AJ knocked Dillian Whyte out with. Man, he got knocked out with an uppercut again. You know, um, what a beautiful shot, man. Oh man, that was a clean KO punch. The ref was absolutely right to call that fight off immediately, man. That was a knockout punch, man. They showing the replay for a third time. Dips down, left uppercut coming. Dillian doesn't see it until it's too late, and just stiffs him, freezes him, man. You know, timber. you know, man, this fight played out like I thought it would, man. Not that I thought that Povetkin would get knocked down numerous times, but the reasons that I went against Dillian Whyte in this fight, number one, the experience of Povetkin, man. This guy was vastly experienced, man. Had been boxing way longer than Dillian Whyte. Decorated amateur. Big fights in his career. The only downside for him in this fight was the age, man. That was the only downside. Also, um, I felt that Dillian Whyte, he made a trainer change, man. That was another thing, that I was counting against him. Going into a fight of this magnitude, changing trainers, he had a lot of success with Mark Tibbs, man. I don't know what happened with those guys, but he that was it. When these fighters change trainers, man, that's a dangerous game, man. It is a dangerous thing to do. Usually bad things happen. Hey, last week we saw Cecilia Brackets lose her undisputed title. After she changed trainers, I don't know what caused that to happen. But it happened again, man. He was the experience and changed of trainers. I felt that Povetkin had a chance not only to outbox Dillian but to knock him out and knock him out early. And this was what, a fifth round knockout. I am not shocked by this outcome at all. It was, I mean, and I got in on Povetkin at what, a plus 360 when I did my parlay. I should have I didn't want to wager a lot of money this weekend. I should have took that, put about another 100 or so on Povetkin, just on the money line, because the money line was good enough, man. Plus 360. I'm pretty sure the knockout prop was it probably was a plus 500 or more. You know, Great upset win by Alexander Povetkin, man. Dillian Whyte, it's a damn shame, man. Guy was what, number one in WBC for what, 1,000 days or so. He all he had to do was supposedly win this fight to finally get his shot. you know, he should have took a soft touch, man. He should have taken on all these dangerous fights. He was playing with fire, man, and eventually he got burned. That's just the bottom line, man. Taking on these heavy hitters and tough guys and shit, man. And Povetkin, experienced and can punch, man. And after a disastrous fourth round where Povetkin was knocked down twice, he came back in the fifth round and knocked this guy out cold, man. After playing the nice game, I was getting so sick and tired of Povetkin touching hands, and he was being so nice in the fight, man. Touching hands before the fight, touching hands before the bell and then the round, touching hands after the round. It was getting on my nerves, man. I was like, he getting what he deserved, getting knocked down all these times, man. They just showed AJ on the zone feed. I don't know if they show him on the Sky feed. Well, I think he's doing commentary with Sky, so I would love to hear what he said during the knockout, during all this. But since they showed AJ, let me say it again, guys. I'm gonna say it again, and I thought about this earlier today. Dillian Whyte made a big mistake last year, man. He made a big mistake. I talked about it numerous times. He had the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua for 4 world titles at Wembley Stadium. They had Wembley Stadium booked. Everybody knew the date. And what did Dillian Whyte do? He decided he wanted to fight Derek Chisora. Then after the fight, he needed more time for injuries to heal up and more time to train. He needed more time for body testing. They could have negotiated that fight. At the end of 2018, before he decided to fight Derek Chisora, they could have negotiated that fight. He could have got all the body testing he wanted. He could have got a split that he, was happy with. Could have fought for 4 world titles, man. And he passed, man. He passed to take the long road to undisputed to the WBC title. And WBC just dicked him around. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. But I said it last year. He should have took that title fight with AJ when he had the chance, man. And Ruiz took it, made history. Now he's taking all these tough ass fights, Povetkin, Oscar Rivas, and Derek Chisora, and Joseph Parker, and I'm probably forgetting somebody. He's taking on all these tough fights, man. And it finally caught up to him. Finally caught up to the guy. They interviewing Povetkin now. I have it down. Povetkin has the WBC title around his shoulder. Well, if Anthony Joshua wants to be, Fury is still the recognized WBC champion. That whole situation has to play out, but I'm pretty sure Povetkin would give AJ the fight. I mean, he would take a big money split in the undisputed fight. If Fury vacates the belt or whatever, man, Dillian Whyte got knocked out cold, man. They showing the replay now. Now they're showing the overhead shot. Boom. Stood up, down, Damn, man, Dillian Whyte made a big mistake, man. Oh, boy. Let me go through my notes, man. Round 1, 10-10, close round. Whyte landed jabs throughout while Povetkin landed shots as well, not action-packed. Round 2, 10-9, Whyte led the round with bodywork and letting his hands go more and going first. Povetkin needs to wake up and make it a fight. He was being friends in there, man, touching gloves too much. He was not making it a fight. He was making it like a gentleman's boxing contest or some shit, and I was getting sick of it, man. Round 3, 10-9, Whyte. Whyte continuing to lead, landing body shots. Povetkin got snubbed at end of round when trying to touch hands. Dillian Whyte was making it a fight. When the round was over, Povetkin tried to touch hands. Dillian Whyte ignored him and went back to his corner. And I was like, good for Povetkin, man. He needed to wake up, man. And round 4, he got what was coming to him. 10-7, Whyte. Povetkin knocked down twice. First one was flash knockdown when exchanging. Second one from uppercut. So at that point, he had to wake up. He was playing a nice guy game, touching hands and shit. Started getting knocked on his ass. He had to make it a fight to survive. Survival instincts kicked in. And then, of course, round 5, the uppercut that will be seen and heard around the world. Alexander Povetkin knocks out Dillian Whyte, man. Knocks him out cold. And congrats to Povetkin, man. I just feel bad that I did not profit off this fight, man, because I picked Povetkin to win this fight, man, off experience. He was vastly experienced over Dillian Whyte. and Dillian Whyte changed trainers, man. I don't know what caused him to do that, man. He had a lot of success with the guy he was with. You know, the guy had took him to being number one in the world. You know, being a mandatory, being an interim champion. You know, why would you make the change, man? Why? You know, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. He tried to catch Povetkin when he was old. They talking to Eddie now. Eddie's doing a Sky interview, but I'll rewind and listen to that. But Dillian picked Povetkin. Povetkin, was old. He was 41 now. You know, that was the only thing that was going against Povetkin, man, was the age. And the zone commentators, I believe it's Darren Barker, they was talking about, oh, you can see Povetkin hand speed is slow. He's not as fast as he was when he fought Anthony Joshua. You know, all it takes is one punch in the heavyweight division, man. You be smart and place that punch. That's what Povetkin did, man. The intelligence and the experience of Alexander Povetkin knocked out Dillian Whyte. That's just the bottom line. And I wish, in hindsight, I knew Delfine Persoon was, I mean, literally fighting Katie Taylor in her promoter's backyard, man. In the UK, win by decision would be tough, man. And full disclosure, I scored the fight for Katie Taylor. I had Katie Taylor win that fight, I believe, 97-95. Yes, that was my scorecard. I will go through that in a second. But yeah, I knew that Delfine Persoon, man, she would have to do something amazing to get the decision. 3 UK judges in that fight and in the Povetkin White fight. At first I was thinking why you couldn't get other judges, but I forget about the travel. Probably can't travel because of the virus and stuff. So she had a tough hill to climb, but she did not get screwed. She clearly lost that fight. So yeah. Damn, man. I wish I would have went all in on Povetkin, man. That's all I can say, man. So let me go ahead and go through my scorecard the way I saw the Katie Taylor Delfine Persoon fight. Like I said, I scored at 97-95 for Katie Taylor. Round 1, 10-10 was a Taylor round. She staggered Persoon, but Persoon hurt Taylor in the corner near end of round. Round 2, 10-9 Taylor. Taylor outsmarting and outclassing Persoon, maintaining distance, hitting and not getting hit. Persoon has badly bruised and swollen right cheek. Round 3, 10-9 Persoon. Persoon landed flush headshots throughout the round, appeared to hurt and stagger Taylor at times. Round 4, 10-9 Taylor. Close round. Persoon looking sloppy. Taylor wins round from flush punches landed including counters. Round 5, 10-9 Persoon. Taylor did well but has been lured into a back and forth fight. Felt Persoon landed more flush meaningful punches throughout the round. Round 6, 10-9 Persoon. Persoon outworked Taylor in the round. Taylor could be slowing down, not moving, staying in the pocket to trade with Persoon. Round 7, 10-9 Taylor. Back to boxing, had Persoon missing a lot. Persoon came on in second half of round. Round 8, 10-10, the only other even round I had in the fight. Taylor was outclassing for the most part in the first half while Persoon landed jabs. Persoon took over at the end of round, landing numerous flush shots appearing to hurt Taylor. All right, at that point, it was 77-77 on my scorecard. And in the last 2 rounds, Katie Taylor took over and won the fight. Round 9, 10-9 Taylor. Clear Taylor round. Persoon missing a lot. Persoon hit hard flush twice in the round. Round 10, 10-9 Taylor. Absolute war. Back and forth at the end of the round, but Taylor takes the round from the boxing. Hit, not get hit. She did at the beginning of the round. And that was a 97-95 score for Katie Taylor. For me, the 98-93 scorecard was an absolute joke. That was not a 5-point win either way. That judge should be ashamed of himself, all right, or herself, whoever it was. All right, the other 2 were closer to what I saw the fight, 96-94. They had Katie Taylor winning by 2 points like I did. So I just gave each woman extra point for the great work rate and the great fight that they gave, So That's how I saw that fight, guys. Congrats to Katie Taylor. She clearly won that fight. She won it by boxing, by maintaining distance, hitting and not getting hit, ducking out of the way of a lot of Persoon's shots. Persoon's punches were a bit slow. Her long arms betrayed her. She could not shorten up her punches, to catch Taylor. Also, she was a little bit too patient. She should have stormed Taylor, not letting Taylor have the distance to box and think the way that she did. She should have just swarmed her and been up closer on her and throwing. But again, her long arms were betraying her, man. She could not find Katie Taylor, man. So that's the way I saw that fight, guys. The interview with Eddie has concluded. They're showing the Povetkin knockdowns. Now they're showing the uppercut knockdown. I'm pretty sure after that they're gonna show Dillian round 5. They're about to show Dillian get sent to heaven. Damn, his head hit one of those signs that was on the apron, and it went flying off onto the floor. What is the matchroom sign? Dillian's head hit the matchroom sign. The matchroom sign fell out on the floor. Man, that was a beautiful career highlight, defining uppercut by Povetkin. Man, that you know Povetkin was I was thinking, man, is Povetkin a Hall of Famer? I was thinking maybe not. This victory might put Povetkin in the Hall of Fame, man. It might. At 41, winning the interim WBC and Diamond WBC, he will get a world title shot against Fury, against Joshua. Another big money payday fight for Alexander Povetkin, man. Congrats to the guy, man. Well deserved. He got in great shape for the fight, and he was the underdog. A lot of people was picking against him. I heard on the Boxing Voice today, a lot of people thinking that Dillian Whyte was gonna win. He was gonna win by knockout. I went with Povetkin because of his experience and his power pedigree, and Dillian Whyte changed trainers, man. Dillian Whyte was the same guy who, he had it tough with Joseph Parker. He gassed. I think he might have got knocked down at some point in that fight. And then Oscar Rivas knocked him down, and he had a close fight with Derek Chisora in the first one. People thought Derek won that fight. The second fight, Derek Chisora was winning that fight. And then he came back with a knockout. But man, it's bad for Dillian, man. Is he gonna recover from this mentally? Will he nosedive? Will he just get so down in the dumps, depressed, and lose the fire? Or will he fight back and get back in position to fight for a world title, man? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So it'll be interesting to see how the division plays out here, guys. Very interesting. And I'm pretty sure Tyson Fury would chomp at the bit to fight a shorter, older Alexander Povetkin, man. I'm pretty sure he will stay on the outside and hit and not get hit by Povetkin. He would love to take that fight. I'm pretty sure if he had to, if he could not fight Joshua after Wilder, if he beats Wilder in the rematch, which hopefully will happen soon. So I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. The broadcast is about to go off the air. Wow. Wow. Alexander Povetkin shocks the world. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll check in soon. Thanks for watching.